Hi everybody. I was just out taking a walk. I thought I'd stop at the park. It's a beautiful Sunday and we've got this extra daylight. So I thought I would come and talk to you a little bit about for sale by owners. That's kind of a big thing that we see more and more in the marketplace as the market heats up. So I thought I would talk a little bit about that. So, four important things in my opinion that a seller should really be aware of is, your exposure. You put your home out on Zillow, perhaps, or for sale by owner websites, but what is your real exposure? And what I mean by exposure is, who are the buyers that you're reaching? Who are you really targeting? And are you really maximizing and reaching the buyer pool that you really should? So are you leaving money on the table by, not having the proper exposure for your home? So while you think maybe you're saving money in commissions, maybe you're leaving money on the table because you're not hitting all the buyers that you really should be. So that kind of leads you into price. So how are you determining your list price? Are you looking just at Zillow? And as we know, Zillow is a great, fun tool, but it's not always accurate. It's not going to take into account maybe your upgrades or your view, or, it's going to take into account maybe old comps that have sold 5 years ago, not necessarily now. And oftentimes it can actually be higher than what the market is really willing to bear. So again, are you pricing your home well? Are you being exposed to all the buyers that are out in the marketplace? And then that also leads us into the terms. So when you actually do get a buyer in contract, are you prepared to properly negotiate the terms for your sale? What happens if the house doesn't appraise? Are you prepared for that? What do you do for requests for repair? We talked about the request for repair yesterday. Are you leaving money on the table because you're not negotiating the best terms for yourself actually upfront in your contract? So not knowing those things can actually harm you as a seller, and you're leaving money on the table. And lastly is really your disclosures. So you're completely leaving yourself exposed to a very litigious state we have here. So if you're not up on the proper disclosures for your county, for your city, and just in general, you're leaving yourself very wide open for non-disclosure. So you want to make sure you have those four things in place. You're not leaving money on the table, you've got the exposure, and you're negotiating the proper terms and the disclosures to keep yourself protected. So it's really important, especially in a hot market like this, that you know what you're doing and that you've got some really great representation on your side. So if you're thinking about selling your house on your own, I'd like to say first and foremost, give me a call. Let's sit down and have a meeting. If you know someone who's thinking about selling, give me a call, 916-365-3697. Let's talk about strategy. Let's talk about pricing. Let's talk about the market, and let's talk about exposure. All right. Hope you're having a great Sunday, and enjoy the sunshine.